Oops.
I almost broke my computer with the fan, but it's
I hit
okay.
myself on the hat. My fan.
I said, "Wow, almost to it." So we're starting off great.
We are.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real entity in reality, and where you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm your girl Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Her. And today I am just drinking on some water. It's water season. It's time. I need to drink more water, so drinking more water. Period. And I also have my cup mug handy. Period. Panel full of cup mugs. Panel full of cup mugs. Beer, 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 beer. Hey. We love a panel full of cup mugs, and you can get your cup mug at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. Well, some excuses. Your country is on fire, under fire, or underwater, then there's some excuses. And if those are the cases that's going on with you and yours, we are sending our sincere prayers and thoughts and prayers with you. Hope that everybody remains safe. And after everything is back to normal and everybody is safe and accounted for and well, and you want to celebrate, you should celebrate with some cup merch. Period. Check it out.
Well, I'm David Healy, and I don't have a captivating intro, but I do have a captivating shirt.
Period.
I decided might as well wear the winter shirt from last year. I'm wearing my captivating cat shirt, and it is signed by her right there because I met her and she recognized me. She didn't know how she recognized me, but she recognized me. She's like, "Where do I know you?"
I know you from somewhere. That still blows
the
my
one
mind.
with all the faces. We only have 2 faces now.
2 faces now. Maybe some more faces will join us. We'll see.
We'll see.
No, it's the finale, so anything can happen. I'm sorry.
Exactly. No, you're fine. I'm just drinking some water. I don't have much left. This will be gone very soon.
I would say that is a very little tiny swallow of water, David.
One swig. Oh, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
if anybody watching is able to help me get some cute shirts that I want, please help me because I would like many shirts from this cast of Drag Race Philippines, and they are not easy to find. I followed Kiana's merch account on Instagram. I said, "Hey, do you ship to the US?" They said, "We're not shipping right now, but if you come to one of her shows, you can pre-order and get the shirt there." I'm like, "I don't live in the Philippines."
Don't live in the Philippines.
And then Maxie's merch account ghosted me, didn't say anything. So I want merch. I want Bernie merch. I want Venus. I want her merch. I want Green's merch. I want a bunch of Filipina queen merch. So help me.
Here's the thing, Philippines. This is what we need y'all to do. If you know links that you can send to David, let him know where to go get the shirts, and that'll be one thing. If they ship to the US, that'll be great. If they don't ship to the US and they don't have links, DM David, see if he can send you some money. You go buy the shirt and send it to him. How about that?
Shipping, I don't care.
Pay the shipping. You heard it here first. You pay the shipping. But we have to trust y'all because y'all can't just be taking David's money and don't ever buy the shirt. Don't do that. We want people who are up. That'd be real messed up. And I don't want to have to fly to the Philippines just to beat y'all up for taking David's money. And I will do that because David is my,
Thank you. You're a real one, Lana.
I will do it. I will get the passport, fly to the Philippines, and take care of whoever rips you off because don't do that to David. But yeah, if you know somebody, y'all can help David out. He needs more cute shirts to keep having different cute shirts on all the podcasts that we do. So let's help him out.
I've only got 3 queens from the Philippines. I have just Captivating Cat, Miss Jadeso, and Marina. I think that's it.
I think so.
It's not enough.
That's not enough when we have such amazing queens from the Philippines. Hello. And Logan has a Turing shirt if that counts for,
that one.
podcast, but 4 on the podcast. That's not good. We
Ooh, I
need
want Eva
more.
La Queen. I'd
Yes,
take a Precious Paula Nicole. I'll take an
absolutely.
Arizona Brandy, a
Mhm,
Hannah Beshi,
mhm,
Angel.
A Ovi.
Yes, Ovi for sure. Tita Baby.
Yeah, a Tita Baby.
Hmm.
Uh,
Zimba.
m Zimba, Angel, hello. Y'all
Hello.
know we John, John.
John.
Now
Well,
you're
okay.
here.
I do have a John shirt on the way. So
On the
that
way,
will be my
okay.
fourth. That will be
Okay,
my fourth.
period. Alright, I'm about to say John.
Yes.
Now, John, you were John. Okay, but okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's our next mission. Work on that. And we want to say thank you, y'all. Y'all got us to 2,000. Woohoo! Shout out to
Did
everybody who
it.
got us to. We did it. We did it. We're excited, and we're going to do what we promised because we do what we promise, or try to do what we promise. Won't say always, but I'll say we try very hard. Life is rough.
They're like, we're still waiting for that Boosh remix of all of you
All
doing.
right. Why remind them, David?
No, right now I'm like, I want to do a Slay a Ka
We
verse.
gotta do a Slay a Ka and a Boosh now. Look, you see what you did. But that's okay. It's fine. We're gonna try to do all the things that we promised and maybe some more when time permits. But please just be patient with us because time is not of the essence for us all the time. But we're here to talk about Drag Race Philippines, the finale, the grand finale. And we're excited to talk about it. Before we get into it, we're going to do what we always do. Hit the subscribe button here. Hit the subscribe button on this channel and all of our channels. We are part of a network, so we have 3 other channels that we would love for you to subscribe to and follow us on all of those channels. You can also follow us on our audio podcast if you want to listen to us on the go. We hear you, we see y'all audio podcast listeners. We checking y'all out. We appreciate you because y'all doing it. Y'all listening. Those links will be in the description below, as well as our Patreon, so you can get those exclusive content and the early access to all of our things. Like Look Over Here, we do all of our Look Over Here early access. So if you want to get it early before anyone else, you join our Patreon. And yeah, that's what we got going on here. And we're excited. So
Yeah.
let's talk about it, David. The finale happened. And I have thoughts. I have good thoughts. And I have some not bad thoughts. I won't say they were bad thoughts. Maybe confusion in some
Okay.
of my thoughts. I had some confusion happening. But
Interesting. I can't wait to get to that. I do think it was a good finale.
mhm,
I think it's really hard to compete with last year's finale because, man, last
last year's
year had
finale
a
was good.
strong, like one of the best finales I've ever seen on a
Yeah.
Drag Race franchise last year. So I think this one just left me wanting a little bit more, but I still really liked it.
Yeah. It was good and I enjoyed it. I felt like some of like and it had everything. My confusion is not with the queens or the performances or anything like that. My confusion is with the production because it felt like the sound was off a little bit on
Mm,
some things. It felt like just the editing was weird. It just felt weird to me watching it. It had sound effects happening, and I'm like, why are we doing these clapping sound effects? Well, yeah, woo. I'm like, why are we doing that?
hmm.
It just felt a little amateur for
Ooh,
a professional environment. Like last year's, like you said, last year was so good. Everything just clicked on all cylinders. And this year it felt a little off. It felt like they took a step back to like season 1. And not saying season 1 was bad because
mhm.
I I hadn't gotten that far yet. But I'm just saying it felt like it was new to them. Like this, they never produced
You're not
a grand
referencing,
finale.
are you referencing any of the songs for the talent shows
I'm
in that?
referencing the songs.
Because
I'm
it's
referencing the
those were
look.
produced by the people before the show, so
Well, not the production of the songs, just the sound quality
mhm.
of the way it was shown to us, and like the clapping tracks, the
Okay.
lighting. It just felt like the production value wasn't as great as even the rest of the season. Like before the season, you were like, oh, okay, the season was good. This was good. This was good. Never had a problem with the lighting. Never had a problem with the sound quality. This one just felt a little.
Okay.
No.
I don't think I noticed all of that, but I can't wait to get into specifics.
But it was still a good finale though. I enjoyed it. So we'll start from the beginning because a lot of this was. See, here's the thing. Are we doing a look over here? Because this whole show was about looks.
hmm
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get into every single look. I think we're gonna focus on the runway looks and look over here. But there is still lots of other things to talk about that
It,
happened.
it is. It is. Okay. Okay. We'll because we'll focus on it. We'll get into it because it starts off with we have the whole bring the girls come back. So the eliminated queens come back. And we see them. I won't show the looks because we'll talk about them. Look over here. But they all come back and some look, you know what? Honestly, everybody looked really good. Everybody looked really good in the eliminated queens.
Oh yeah, I agree. I did have a favorite.
Mm-hmm. I think I know your favorite, but go ahead.
Okay. Who do you think it is?
I think your favorite is Yutipota.
Okay. Well, she was one of my favorites, but my
Oh,
favorite
and
was
Nick Chanel.
yep, there you
Yeah.
go. I
Mm-hmm.
really loved
Mm-hmm.
her look.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
Mix Janelle stayed busy. She was the queen that had the most looks of the eliminated queens. Because like we saw them all do the runway,
Mm-hmm.
and then when they're all sitting in the audience, like they're all wearing those same outfits, except Mix is like, nope, I'm wearing a different one.
She probably was like, I can't sit down in this dress.
Probably.
I can't
Plus,
sit
plus they had another look in between too.
in between because they had a performance because uh, okay. We had a performance by Mama Pao, and here's what I will say about this performance. I love Mama Pao. I have grown to really, really love and appreciate Mama Pao and her style and her point of view as a drag queen, a drag artist. She is like, I know I'm quirky. I know I'm goofy. I know I'm weird. And that's what I'm going to lean into. And you're just going to love it for that reason. Like, she's not one of those cat queens, split, twist, da da da. And she is really more like a very, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna do something. Okay, here's my arm. Pick me up. Lift me back. It's she go look good doing it, but she is giving us the barest of minimals, and it is the best thing I've ever seen in my
Right.
life. Like it is the barest of bare bone minimum, but it's the best. I sat and watched that performance. Was like, you go, Mama Pow, and she wasn't doing anything, but I'm like, you go, girl. It was so. I loved it. I don't know why I loved it, but I did.
Yeah, I was like expecting her to come out and do a song. So as they were like holding her up and stuff, I'm like, okay, can't wait to hear the song part. Okay, where is it? Wait, there is a song part, right? Oh, they're waiting for the other eliminated queens to come out and dance. And now we're gonna get into the song. Where's this? Where's the song? There's no song. There's no song. The performance was you being picked up and moved around.
Yep.
Okay. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. It was
I,
entertaining.
it
How was
was
I so
so entertaining.
entertained?
I don't know. That is the brilliance of Mama Pal. Because I'm like, why am I so entertained by this nonsense? Like she's not doing anything but getting picked up, moved around, turned around. She look at the camera in the ceiling. And it's like, it's so funny. It's like I said, it was the barest of minimum, but it was so entertaining. Mama Pal is becoming one of my favorite hosts. I don't know. I just really love her.
Yeah, I agree. And she looked so good. She looked like Beyonce. Like I'm pretty sure that was like a Beyonce inspired look that she was wearing. Like we saw
hmm
Lux Noir London, I think, wore that on a Beyonce runway. It was a little bit different, But I was like,
Mhm.
oh, okay. And she had the body to pull it off. So I was highly entertained by all of this.
Yeah, it was very, very like a Beyonce Cher kind of, mm, vibe. So I don't know. I liked it. I liked it. I liked it a lot. But
Mhm.
she gives her performance, and it was great. You about to say?
Yeah, I was gonna say, so I did have a favorite queen, a queen's look when they were doing this performance.
Oh, I wasn't really paying attention. I'm sorry. I was watching
Okay.
Mama Pao.
Well, that for me was Yuri Pota. Um,
Ah,
which I think it was Eve last week that said her name is Yuri Puta.
Yuriputa, Yuriputa.
And I sure as heck heard everybody pronounce it that way this
Yeah,
episode.
it
I'm
was
like,
Yuriputa.
wait, we've been saying it wrong the whole
It's been
time,
Yuriputa.
and nobody corrected us in the comments.
I'm shocked
What? Also, Verse X was highly entertaining to watch during this group performance because
because she was so bad.
she was so bad. She was like looking around
She was
and
like, "Wait,
she
do
was
I
like
go?"
smiling because she was messing up the choreography.
She went over and it was like, "Oh, not yet."
Yep.
Okay.
I honestly have grown to love Verse X a lot. Like the more I think about everything that we got from her character, like I live for it.
Mhm. I definitely enjoy hearing watching verse 6. It made me laugh. I'm like, she knows. She knows she's not the best dancer. So it I thought it was perfectly fine. I enjoyed the performance. I was like, okay, cool. Like I said, Mama Pal, I was watching her the most of the time until they were panning the girls, and I was like, oh, okay, I see everybody. But it was good. Then
Mhm,
we get so they come out, Mama Pal comes out in her new outfit, and
mhm.
we get we get to see the judges. And so we go see the judges. Why
Ooh,
not?
there they are,
Yeah,
everybody.
everybody's there. Uh
It's Khaled
I can
Karen and her her bridesmaids and groomsmen.
bride dress. I was like, she got married. What is happening?
She did get
And
married, I heard. When did she get married? I
mm,
don't know.
I don't know. I don't follow Callie Karen like that. I'm sorry. I don't know when she got married. But she's wearing a wedding dress with a veil and got this big old bouquet. And I was like, okay, okay.
Mhm.
And apparently, as a joke, something was happening. Mama Powell was saying a joke, a reference about Winston and somebody, Julian or something, Julian and Winston. I don't know. But she congratulated him. She looks bright, like Jiggly looks good. She looks nice. Not a fan of the wig, but nice. The guys are the guys. They guying it up. They looking good. They look good. They look fine. But Mama
Mhm.
Pal, she ate.
She did.
She
She
really
did.
ate.
This
She
was one
looked
of her best
beautiful.
looks, I thought.
She looked beautiful. And I really enjoyed Mama Pal this season and her looks. I thought she did so good this season
Mhm.
in her looks. It was everything.
For sure. By the way, I did check, and Khaled Karen got married on September 8th, so
Well,
less than a month ago. I don't know
congrats.
where I heard that, but somehow I knew.
Maybe this was like a dress that she liked, but she not liked it enough to get married in. So she was like, "I'll just wear it for the show."
Fair.
She was like, "Oh, it's cute, and I
Mhm,
really like it, but not enough to say yes to the dress.
mhm.
But it's yes to the show." Her.
Agreed. And I do wanna say, like, I'm gonna try to keep it positive.
Mhm.
I think Jiggly has looked great all season.
Mhm.
Um, Ha Hannah and Ovi have really done
Mhm.
the job in giving her good looks. I don't like this blonde on her, though.
Mm,
Like,
mm,
I do
mm,
not
mm,
like
mm,
this wig. I don't like the blonde eyebrows, because it looks like no eyebrows from here.
mm,
So,
mm.
I wish she ended on more of a high, but she's
Mhm,
had some
mhm.
really good looks this season, so
She has. This just wasn't it. Well, I agree
mhm,
with you. Um, yeah. Like I said, the guys they all look fine. BJ hot. Period. Just why not? He always is.
mhm,
Um. So then we get the top four come out on their runway. I'm going to remove this. We're not
Yep.
going to talk about that because that'll go and look over here.
We had 3 runway themes.
We got 3 runways, and I'm just going to say now, if you look at the look over here, I had to pull the looks for 2 of the runway looks myself. So the quality might not be the best, but it is what it is. I tried my best, and I did the best I could with what I had. So don't come for me.
Did you have a favorite runway theme out of the 3?
I think my favorite theme was the art attack, because I
Yeah.
think everybody did really, really good on that one.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
I agree. I'm pretty sure my favorite looks from everybody except for one person came from the Art Attack Extravaganza theme, but not far behind it, I really like the Come in Your Best Drag theme. I will say the First Time's a Charm. They were good, but they were not my favorite looks. I think partially because they were all constricted to recreating their first drag look, so that didn't give them much room to, like,
Right.
go outside of the box. Those were still good. It was
There was
just
some good
definitely
ones.
3rd place for the
Yeah.
category.
Yeah. I think the art and then the best drag
Yeah.
and then that would be my order of favorites in the ranking. But they were good looks. Some were, like you said, some were more successful than others, but I thought they were really good looks. Now, after the runway, because we'll talk about all of those thoughts and things on Look Over Here, we do get some performances. And I was very excited because we got the TITE, the totally something talented
It's,
extravaganza.
Totally Impressive
Em
Talent Show Extravaganza. I guess
Extravaganza,
the S
yes.
is silent.
The S is silent. Shh.
Titsy.
The S is silent. But yes, the
It's
tight
talent show is one word.
talent show extravaganza. Talent show extravaganza.
Totally Impressive Talent Show
Extravaganza.
Extravaganza.
Absolutely. And so we get that. And so the first was Angel and performing her song Angel, produced by
ANGEL.
ANGEL, produced by Angel.
And written by her.
And written by Angel. So what did you think about the performance?
Okay. So I've been a huge fan of Angel all season. I think I've been the biggest Angel supporter of anybody.
Probably.
I adore her. I am so excited she's in the finale. I think she's done very well. I think a lot of people slept on her. This was not my favorite talent show. I do appreciate that she completely showed us her work. Like the fact that she wrote this and she produced this on her own, that's impressive. I wish it had more of a professional production to it because it did feel a little bit like something somebody made in their room. Um, I thought she did well with the performance. Like the actual performance aspect of it was good. It wasn't anything we hadn't seen from her before, or at least nothing we hadn't seen from her that was better in the past. Um, and the actual song itself, I love that she wrote it and put her heart into it. I just can't say that I actually like the song at all. And I'm really sad because I really wanted her to have like more of a high moment. And hey, maybe this is a song that really connected with the audience in the Philippines and it didn't translate to me very well. But unfortunately, this was my least favorite of the talents by quite a bit.
Yeah, it was, like you said, high notes. She wrote it herself. She produced it herself. That takes talent. That takes a lot of work and effort, and I love that for her. It just didn't do it. Like the song itself was nothing we've never heard, nothing like we've ever heard. It was very, I don't know. It just didn't connect with me. And I agree with you. Maybe it connected with the audience in the Philippines, and that's the most important audience who she needs to connect with at this point. But I didn't find it that great. I felt the performance was a little lacking, a little lackluster a little bit. But what I will say is she went for it. She went for it hard, and she looked good doing it. It's just the song itself wasn't the best song to really grab your attention. Like, I can't remember anything from her song, and I literally just watched this not even 2 hours ago. So, it's it's not connecting with me, and I don't I remember something from everybody else's performance, or I can latch on to something from their performance. It just wasn't the best for me. It wasn't it.
Mm,
But she looked good doing it. I'll
she
give her
did.
that. She looked good.
And I know that the people in the comments have been such strong supporters and defenders of Angel, and I
Mhm.
absolutely love that because a lot of the comments that I've been seeing throughout the season, I'm like, I totally agree with you, and I disagree with some of my panelists on some points about Angel. So before you all come for me, be prepared and please watch Look Over Here because I will go ahead and spoil. Angel had my favorite look of the night of any of the three
I
categories.
ain't
So.
nobody worried about. Look here. Look here. I love our fans. I love y'all so much. I love our family because y'all family. Y'all not fans.
Mhm.
Y'all are family. I love our family so much. And y'all know we all have a right to our own opinions and differences of opinions. And sometimes we like things and sometimes we don't. But I ain't finna sit here and try to placate and say, but no, 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 Angel is so
I'm
good,
just
but I
telling the
might not.
truth.
No, no, you're telling the truth. And yes, I get it. But and she might have ain't your favorite look. That's great because no, she didn't have my favorite look. I'm trying to think.
Mm.
Did she? But no, she did. Um, but y'all can't come for us because we don't agree with you. And we all have our right to our own opinion. And you can say what you want to say and defend who you want to defend. But don't be coming for us like, and you're stupid because you don't agree with like, don't do that. Don't do that.
Someone did
We
tell us that we would burn if
we because
what did they say? This was
well,
not Philippines.
this
This
was
was a
not Philippines. Yeah,
different
different.
episode.
But somebody said we're not normal,
We're not
and
normal, and we would
we
burn
were burned in the old ages,
in the old times.
in the old times. I was like, baby, I would burn in the old times because y'all just don't like me. But
Yeah,
what do you mean?
right.
But I don't aspire to be normal, so that's not something. But yeah, y'all don't come for us because we don't like who you like. Just agree that we just don't like who you like, and it's agree to
And I
disagree.
think we like
Okay,
everybody in this top
we
four quite a bit.
do, we do. We're fans of all of them, but we do have a right to criticize constructively if it's something we're not a fan of.
Mhm.
But I don't think Angel did great, and if you think she did great, great. It just ain't. Well, it just wasn't it for us.
Yeah,
For
it
me,
was mostly the song for me.
the
Just I
song,
wasn't
the
I wasn't
song.
vibing with the song.
No, but you know who I was vibing with? Kiana with a K.
Mhm.
Kiana with a K came out there for her perform. Well, let me before we go because we do have some. Let me backtrack a little because before I jump ahead, because after the performance, Mama Powell interviews Angel, and she talks about her journey and how she was almost gone the second week, but she's still here, and everybody was, Angel was like she's very proud and happy that she was able to be here and show off her strength and show off her talent, and being in this competition with her sister's a headache, but she loves it. She got messages from a crush, a celebrity
Kyle.
crush of hers,
Yes.
Kyle, and he was like, "I'll see you later." She was like, "Oh my
He was
gosh!"
even better looking than I remembered him being when he was a guest judge.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, he is cute." But oh, as a guest judge, I was like, "Uh-huh." But he was cute, and she was fawning. But then
Mhm.
right after that message was a message from her boyfriend, and I was like, "Not you trying to steal
Very
all the
short
men
one.
in the world." Very short, and she was very upset about the short message from her boyfriend. She was like, "Hello, Kyle's message was longer than yours. How come you couldn't give me
Right. She said, "You
hello?
didn't give me anything to look forward to when I get home. Didn't tell me
You
you were
didn't say
gonna."
go feed me."
And did I catch her right? Did she say, "When I get home, I'll blow you, but I'll make it really short, like your
Yes,
message"?
absolutely. She said that. She said, "I will blow you, but it'll be short, just like your message." And I was like, "Oop, well,
I love her.
Angel." Angel is Angel. She is
All
wild.
stars.
She is. I can see it. I can definitely see it. But get her in a room with her and Miss J. So stop.
I would live
Wild,
for it.
wild. But so she has her moment. So then we go to Kiana with a K, who came out with a banger of a performance. I will say her performance was my favorite performance of the night. You can't tell me differently. Kiana with a K is everything.
Yeah, I definitely agree. This was my favorite. I honestly think the thing about Kiana is she has very like she has very like global appeal. Like I think
Mm,
her drag senses, the way she performs, the fact that she uses English a lot, like honestly, that's probably a big factor. I think it just has more of an appeal to like American audiences. And I would bet that she's probably got her start, or like a lot of her start was watching like American drag. And
mm,
she has those sensibilities, while the Manila Queens probably are so consumed by that culture there. And so they have their own thing going on, and it's so cool. It's so amazing. But that's probably why we've all connected with Kiana so much, while a lot of people in the audience still connect with Kiana, but maybe not as much as your Maxis or Angels. But I thought this performance was so fun to watch. Her references I got, like there was a clear Mortal Kombat theme, which
mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm.
grew up playing.
Me
Um,
too.
I was just so impressed with all of her dance moves. And then when she did the three Bs, pointing at the other girls, and she's like basic, bland, and boring. I don't
Oh,
know. I thought it was all so funny.
it was so
And she
funny.
even changed it up like for a little bit and went to her sexy and sweet
Mm-hmm.
verse of the song. It was just so good. Like this was my favorite of the talent shows.
And I wonder what Logan's
And it was
performance
my
was.
favorite too.
Mm,
Hello.
sorry for no
Hello.
diversity in our opinions, guys.
Well, Julie, hey, there might be some, but hi, I just got out of a car for 8.5 hours after it wouldn't originally start this morning. Hey, it
I will
me.
say, turn your mic down just a little. You're yelling at us right now. Thank
Yes, because I'm
you.
very excited because I made it, but I'm
We love.
here. Hello.
Hello. But yes, Kiana was my favorite performance. She honestly just did it for me. I j- I just loved her. I just loved her.
Yeah.
Logan,
Yeah. Are we good? We good
yeah,
now?
go
Audio's
ahead. Go
good.
ahead.
Everything good. Wonderful.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I thought it was Kiana was definitely my favorite. Without a doubt. Um, it was just a very, very good, well-rounded performance. Yeah, like you got all of the elements. You got
Ooh, ooh, you were silenced.
silenced.
You were silenced.
It's
Oops.
fine. I'm being
Your
silenced.
sorry. I was trying to do it subtly because your volume is now way too low.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
No. Don't you change a thing. It was the volume on the mic on the
Okay.
StreamYard.
Are we
Don't touch
good
nothing. You're
now?
good.
Yes,
Just
it was
go.
StreamYard.
Okay.
It was StreamYard.
Okay. Okay. But no, it was kind of a little bit of everything that I needed and wanted in this performance. It was high energy, it was dancing, it was campy, it was funny, it was shady. It's all of those things wrapped into one.
Absolutely. So I enjoyed her. She was great. And her interviews you know, she answered the questions. She answered the questions. And it was fine. She got a message from her sister. I want to say that was her sister. Yeah. Got a message from her sister, and she was just like, oh, because she talked about how much she wanted to be there for her family. She had left. She felt bad for leaving and not being there more for her sisters and her siblings. And so she was loved that message from them, and it was great. They had a good moment. It was sweet.
I also like the question that Mama Pao asked about like, oh, did you follow any of these queens on social media?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, yeah, I was a fan of a lot of them. And she said, who are you the biggest fan of? Who did you follow the most? And it was Maxi.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of saw that relationship all season. Like, you could tell that she really looked up to Maxi. And Maxi was also kind of protective of her. So I thought that was a really cute segment. But she did make it clear that it is just a friendship thing. There is no crush.
No crush, just friendship.
Why do we keep having to talk about Maxi being in relationships with people on these seasons? Like first it was fucking Brigading. Now we're talking about Kiana. Like, let Maxi breathe. She'll have plenty of time to now, but
yeah. Well, look, no, she won't have time to now. It's just only gonna get worse. Time
to not think about relationships now.
Oh, yes, sure. But yeah, so our next performance was Maxi, by the way. Speaking of Maxi. And I'm going to be honest, I was not that impressed with Maxi's performance. I was thinking it was going to be something a little bit better. And here's why. Because they framed this performance as, this is Maxi. She's going to be the live vocal queen. And she's going to sing. She's going to dance. She's going to do this, and it's going to be fabulous. And I was waiting for the fabulous. And I got, oh, okay. Definitely live singing at some points. But it was not live singing the whole time. And that's where I'm like, don't frame it as she's going to be the live singer and then she's not live singing the whole performance. And I get dancing. You sometimes need the backing track for when you're dancing, and that's fine. But don't frame it as the live version of the song, because even people who do live version of the song, if they're going to do it, they create the performance where they can keep the mic on the entire time, even when dancing. But I don't know. It just didn't. And even her vocals weren't there for me when she was singing. I was like, something's off. Something. Not bad, just off. And I don't know. I was just not that impressed. Not that impressed with the song itself or the performance. I was expecting more from Maxi, and I didn't get it. But that's just my opinion.
I see what you're saying, and I agree with a lot of what you said. She didn't always sing live, but it felt like they were trying to make us think she was singing live. But I'm like, I can tell when she's not singing live, and that's okay with me, because I don't mind if somebody's lip syncing to a recorded track like that. That really doesn't bother me, as long as it's still like she's presenting it as, this is my song that I wrote and I produced, and these are my vocals, but they don't have to be live. With that said, I actually really like the song. I thought the song was super catchy. It kind of like, if you listen to it back, I bet you will hear it, but I got like a little bit of Formation influence from Beyonce. Like, there were parts of it that sounded very Formation to me. And so when after the song was done and they compared her to Beyonce, I'm like, oh, they probably heard the same thing I was hearing. So I thought the song was a banger and was catchy, and she performed it well. But I will agree, there was something off with her vocals. Like, she did not feel like she was completely on key the whole song, and she never quite found it. And it might be like she probably couldn't hear herself very well, but I still really like the performance. Like, honestly, despite some flaws, it was still my second favorite.
Okay. I have Maxi at number 3. And the main reasons for that are just that I thought it was a good performance. I agree with you, David. I like the song. The message was very good. I like the sentiment behind it. I like it for a talent show too, because most of the songs that we hear on a talent show is cat kitty cat, I'm the queen, I'm gonna win the crown. Well, I mean, her sister did that already, so she didn't need to. Which I will say, since I missed the Angel discussion, good, 4th for me, but good. That's just me. But yeah, I understand singing with a backing track, and that is how Drag Race tends to do their production overall. But for me, honestly, I think the biggest issue now is, unless it is a live singing challenge on Drag Race where everyone is singing live, I just don't think the girls should sing live anymore, because 9 times out of 10, it does not pay off for you. Even if you are the world's best singer. And we know Maxi to be one of the best vocalists we've ever had on Drag Race. But if you compare it to something that we just saw from someone else, one of her Queen of the Universe sisters, we saw Lavoie do it flawlessly on UK because it was a cabaret show, and that was a little bit more geared towards live singing. For a pure talent show, we've seen these kinds of things not work out and land people in the bottom because of it. So it was a little frustrating, but the dancing was good, the vocals were good, and the song was good, but I did have her third in my ranking.
Yeah, it was fine. She would be third in my ranking as well.
Predictable.
Sure, I will be that way. But I
That was to
found
both of you.
that was fine too. But her questions were she was very emotional. She got a
Yeah.
video from their brother who Mama Pao said will be on the future seasons of Drag Race Philippines, probably competing with Angel. So
Season 9 or something, competing against Angel. Yep.
with
Yeah,
Angel.
and
I was like,
immediately I was like, this brother, just like the mannerisms, everything
Mhm.
about how they presented themselves. I'm like, that seems like a little Angel, you know?
That is an Angel with a little bit of Maxi mixed in the mixed. He was like, and I was like, yep, I see it. The resemblance is uncanny.
Did you all see the pictures on online? Maybe
Oh
you
no,
didn't.
baby.
Okay, so they did a photo shoot, Maxi, Angel,
Mhm.
and this sibling, I forget their
Orto.
name.
Orto.
All three of them in drag.
Oh.
And it's so cute. It's so cute.
Man,
cute.
I'm gonna go look right now.
Yeah.
No, I haven't had the chance to, but
Okay.
That's cute. But yeah. And then we go into Miss Tita Baby's performance. And I found this performance quite hilarious.
Sorry, before we move on from Maxi, I'm sorry. One thing I forgot to bring up, she said that she was the first queen to win 3 Maxi challenges on Drag Race Philippines, and that blew my mind. I did not realize nobody has won 3 Max. That's wild. That is wild.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know who I would have thought won. Like probably Cat Cat.
Oh no!
Like in my brain, I thought Cat Cat won at least 3.
I think she
Cat
only
Cat
won
had
2.
Weird. But
Cat
that's
Cat
cool.
had 2. Bernie had 2. Marina had 2.
Precious Paula Nicole had 1.
Had 1.
Ovi had 1.
Silhouette
Arizona
had 1. Eva didn't have any. So yeah, she was the first to get 3.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's very fitting for somebody named Maxi, right?
Right.
Wow.
Winning Maxi challenges, period. There. But Tita Baby did her performance, and I thought it was very funny. I thought it was very cute. It took me a second. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say that I knew right away what she was doing while her mouth was covered and the nose was the mouth. They were like, and I heard one just say, "Look at her nose," and I was like, "Yeah, what is going on with her nose?" And then I had to look for a minute. She was. Not gonna lie, she was almost done with the performance before I was like, oh, the nose is the mouth. I get it.
I had seen some of the videos she's done on social media with that exact using the nose as the mouth. Like I've seen those videos from her. So as soon as it popped up, it was very familiar for me, and it instantly just it hooked me. But yeah. I can see where if you didn't have the context for Tita Baby behind that, I understand why it might have taken a little bit longer to notice. To notice. Sorry,
sure.
Go ahead. Lana, sorry.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. I was like, oh. So after I realized it, I went back and watched it again, so it makes sense to me again. So I was like, and so I thought it was funny. I thought it was a nice, funny, unique little nod to the campiness that is Tita Baby. So I found the performance funny, and I liked how she performed it. So for me, she was my second.
Yeah, that's fair. I do wish they had shown a close up sooner of her face so we could have known that that's what she was doing, because I was like, why does she have a scarf over her mouth? Like, is she trying to be like on a plane where you have to cover your mouth because of COVID? I don't know. And then eventually I was like, what's on her nose? Why is it a different color? And then I realized, oh, okay, I get what she's doing. Because I have seen it's one specific person's like video of them like painting their nose and just cracking up the whole time that they're painting it. Like I've seen that on social media like quite a few times over the past like year or so. So I really like that reference. It's very funny. It's very campy. It's very Tita Baby. I really enjoyed this. I just was wanting something a little bit more from it. And like I guess I was hoping it would just go to the next level at some point, and it never quite like fully like launched for me. And that's why I think I put her number 3, but I still enjoyed it. It just left me wanting more.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's completely fair. I loved that after I immediately understood exactly what it was she was doing, like the story all fit together for me in a really good way. It was very funny. All of her mannerisms were good. Being like, I will hit you over the head if you don't do this. Like it's so simple of a concept, but done in such a beautiful, exaggerative way where like the joke is so subtle that once you notice it, then it becomes funnier.
Calling the other queens economy class.
Economy class, loved that. But yeah, I had Tita at number 2.
So the performance, Tita's go through her interview part, and she's very grateful and very, happy and honored to be there. I loved how she was like, I never, I being this older queen in this competition, never expected to be here. They're so wonderful. And I loved how refreshing she was. Honestly, I just loved how refreshing she was about this whole thing. That's what I loved about Tita Baby this whole season. She's just been very sweet, very grateful, very humble, but very, direct about what she was doing. Like she knew who she was, and she was like, "I'm going to continue to do me, regardless of what y'all throw in front of me. I'm gonna still be Tita Baby. You can like it or you don't like it. I'm gonna be Tita Baby." And I love that for her.
Yeah, I agree absolutely. I think it's easy when you're younger, like no matter what profession or hobbies you have, it's easy to take for granted how much time you have. And I think like the older I get, and I'm sure Lana can relate, and Tita definitely can relate, like it feels like opportunities start to slowly like disappear and fade, and you're never going to get them back. So I just really love having her have this platform and just showing so much like gratitude and thankfulness for having this opportunity. And you can tell she's grateful for herself for actually pursuing it too. So to me, she is one of the most lovable queens I've seen ever. I really adore her as a person. And also, I died when she called herself a nose sink assassin.
The nose sink assassin.
She is the nose sink assassin of this season.
Love her.
She absolutely is.
I love her. But then after we get the performances out of the way, they all come back and we get our Miss Congeniality winner. And what? You have something else you want to say? Was it something else you need to say?
No.
Oh, I thought that's what you were stopping me because you had something else you wanted to say.
Oh no, I said, we sure did crown a Miss Congeniality.
Oh yeah. Okay.
There sure was a Miss Congeniality title given to someone.
It was given, and I apparently I guess you don't agree with that, but here we go. We do get the return of our last season Miss Congeniality, Miss Hannah Beshi. Beshi.
Because she was on set already.
Well,
I mean, it helped that she was already on set.
She was going to come back either way, I'm sure.
She was going to come back, but she was there on set.
She was on set.
Yes. David, did you have something you want to say before we reveal?
Yeah. So what's funny is I was getting a couple of messages from Siegfried. Thank you for giving me all the information throughout the season. I know you're watching, but Siegfried did message me earlier and said, "Oh, you'll be surprised by who wins Miss Congeniality." And so I thought about surprising. I think for sex would be surprising. I bet it's for sex.
And
I
you're
bet it,
right.
and so I was not surprised when I saw one because I knew that it was somebody surprising.
Here's the thing, and I'm tripping because I was a little surprised that it was for sex, but not really surprised that it was for sex because I feel like even though what we saw at the beginning with for sex and some issues that might have arose back, I still think people really did like her. I always felt that they really did like her. It was just in that was a not the best moment for her. And I think people took that into consideration. Like, we still really enjoy this person. We still like her for who she is. That moment wasn't her best moment, but we're not going to judge her based on that one moment. And I appreciate that they did that. Her reaction to winning was interesting to me. Like, I think that shocked her that they actually named her Miss Congeniality, because she was like, F y'all, like what y'all, why would y'all give me that when y'all know I am the least likely to get Miss Congeniality, and y'all give me that. But I love that this cast was like, you know what? Yeah, we're not gonna pick the tip, because like for me, I was like, it's Tita, right? Typically it should be Tita or
I
somebody like
100%
Tita.
thought it was going to be John.
Or I was like, somebody like Tita, somebody like
Someone like
maybe
or even Popstar. I thought
maybe
Popstar was a
Popstar.
shoo-in for
Maybe
it.
Popstar. I was like, maybe Popstar, maybe Tita. I could see that. Okay, sure. But they were like, we don't want the same kind of Miss Congeniality. We want a different Miss Congeniality, somebody who nobody would expect. And they picked for sex. And you know what? I can't even be mad at their choice. That's who they chose. That's who they know each other better than we do watching. So congratulations for sex. Eat.
Yeah.
I do want to give her some credit because I don't think we saw her really get in fights with people outside of Kiana. Like, it was
Mm-hmm.
really just them that had that conflict, but it seemed like everybody else, like if she rode with her friends, she rode hard for them. And I think that really paid off here. I think she had a lot of loyal friends, and even with Kiana, like you see in the Untucked for this episode, they just have such a good rapport in Untucked, and you can tell that they, like, any drama they had is completely squashed.
Yeah.
So I was kind of happy that she won, just because I like it when the early outs like get that recognition, and I do think she's very protective of her sisters. Also, part of me like is thinking like maybe some girls were being strategic and were like, well, I want to win Miss Congeniality, so let me throw my vote. Let me throw it on somebody that's not going to get votes. I don't think that happened, but it would be hilarious if
It would
that's
be
what
so funny.
Yeah. I am happy for Versace, obviously. For me personally, I don't think she would have been in my top 5 for Miss Congeniality. And again, that's just based on what I saw on the show. These girls know each other better than we ever will. So at the end of the day, they chose Versace. Hey, happy for you,
Mhm.
babe.
And we have to
Love
remember,
that for you, babe.
Miss Congeniality means how congenial are you with the other people
Other
that you're
girls,
competing with?
right.
So honestly, we are not anybody to judge. Like, we don't know.
At
We're not
no
there.
cost.
So
We
yeah,
don't know. That's what I'm saying. We don't know
yeah,
these people.
there are people I found likable, but I'm not
Hmm.
interacting with them. So
That's true. Because
Right.
what if what we saw on camera and Tita Baby was a bitch off camera? What if they didn't
flip
like
this,
her?
put it on social media. Lana just said Tita Baby is a bitch.
I said, what if she was? I don't know her.
I'm kidding.
Just like, what if Popstar Bench was a pop star bitch? So what if she was? And we don't know, but all we saw on camera was that she was so sweet and so kind. These people know these girls. And so do I think either one of those people are bitches? No, I don't think Popstar or Tita Baby are bitches. So if you go quote me, right? But I'm just
Straight
saying we
heaven.
don't know. But congratulations to you, Versex. You kind of ate it up, and I liked how she was just like taking her moment. She enjoyed the moment and she took it. And congratulations to you.
Yes, God.
And Hana looked great.
Hana looked amazing, and we'll talk about that in the look over here because I did pull that look. I pulled Hana, Miss Beshy Beshies, and Miss Captivating Cat Cat. So we'll talk about all of the looks on look over here.
Sure.
But then we do have we're going to knock it down from 4 to 2. Very
No lip sync
pageant
tournament
style.
this year.
No lip sync tournament. We're just knocking it down. We eliminating these queens.
And I wasn't mad at that because I was fully like, oh, we're getting a ball and a talent show and a lip sync for the crown.
It'd have been too much.
Like, oh, geez. No.
The show would have been 2 hours. And I was like, really?
Well, we still had 20 minutes at this point. So I'm like, what are they going to do for 20 more minutes?
Oh, they filled their time. We saw. But so Mama Powell is on stage with the 4 queens, and she's like, I have made my decisions. Tita Baby, I am sorry. You are no longer in this competition. And in true Tita fashion, she took it like a champ and was very grateful and gracious and just she did what needed to be. She was just so sweet. She was so dang sweet. I'm a fan of Tita Baby. I was like, oh, and she was like, I never felt this successful before. And so thank you for making me feel this successful. And I was like, oh, you're killing me. I'm about to start crying. I love that at her age, she could still feel successful because a lot, like you said, David, when you get older and opportunities start slipping away from you, you start feeling a little less than. Like, am I successful? Can I still do it? And she can still do it. And anybody can still do it. Just go out there and do it. I love that for Tita Baby. And I'll let y'all two talk about both in a minute because I want to get. And then she's like, and Angel, I am sorry. You are no longer in this competition. And Angel was like, Mama Powell, I don't believe you. And Mama was like, no, sashay away. No, she said first, she's like, I'll sashay away myself. She's like, yes, sashay away. She's like, no, for real this time. No, I don't believe you, Mama Powell. No, sashay away.
Mama Powell is the boy who cried wolf at this point.
She's like, no, sashay away. Sashay away. She's like, I don't believe you. And then she went and stood right back by the magazine.
This is why you can't play around with someone like Angel because she's just not going to believe you after a while.
She was like, I'm staying. She's like, no, sashay away.
For real? I have to go?
No, go. We'll call security. I love the banter between Angel and Mama Powell. I love that moment. It was just funny. Tita and Angel, so deserving. So like this final four was a really good final four. Even if I said something in between, like other people could have been there, I still like this final four. And Angel and Tita were amazing, and they did really good tonight. Even if it wasn't my favorite performances, they did really good. They had a really good night, and the runways will show they really had a good night. And so I love these two. Y'all go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah, I agree. I fell in love with both of these queens. They've been two of my favorites, and it's crazy to think that we could have lost one of these queens first. And I know people say it was going to be Angel, but I'm not convinced. Like, I think it could have been either one of them. And I'm just glad that we didn't lose either of them because they both really got to show so much personality and so much heart throughout the season. And I absolutely think we're going to see both of them back eventually. And if anybody was going to have a Miss Jade-So level elimination, of course it had to be Angel. So
of course.
It came full circle, I feel like, because we made that comparison episode 1.
And y'all came for us saying that that she's her own queen, this, that, and third. Yes, she is. Who also quoted Miss Jade-So on several occasions, and that's the tea about it. Like, but no, I love both of these two. I mean, I wasn't here last week. Also, thank you, Mama John, for coming on the podcast. We appreciate you. But I going into this finale, I was Team Tita Baby. That's who I wanted to win. I wanted Tita to win. I wanted her to be the second person this year to win with 0 Maxi Challenge wins because I thought that would be really fun. But these two getting eliminated before the top 2 does not surprise me in the slightest. I have also grown to really, really appreciate both of them. And I do hope we get to see both of them on something in the future. I think Tita's primed for a Versus the World. I got to be honest with you. I think Tita could go to a UK Versus the World and absolutely just destroy it. Because I think RuPaul would really love Tita Baby.
We shall see, I guess. But that means our top 2 is Kiana with a K and Maxi.
Deserved.
Absolutely
Not
deserved.
surprised.
Not surprised
They killed
and
it.
deserved.
I do think they were the 2 best competitors throughout the season. Like we may not have always agreed with them winning when they did, or maybe thought they should have won when they didn't. But I think both of them absolutely showed star quality and raw talent and amazing looks. So I was very happy that this was the top 2. Very happy. I don't care if it was predictable.
Me too. I honestly thought that this was the better top 2 because at first I was like, are they going to try to make the siblings be top 2? Which I would have been like, good storyline. I don't know if it's as deserved as it would be. But for this top 2, I felt like this is the most deserving top 2 from the season that they had. It would have made more sense. It just made sense. It just made sense for me. And I liked having these 2 as the top 2 for the season. The representation was really well for the season with these 2. Really well.
It's the 2 people that were the main character when it came to most of the challenges and most of the episodes. So there's absolutely no surprise here.
Absolutely.
And part of me wonders if they were disappointed that they, and this is no shade to anybody, but disappointed that they couldn't have gotten the top 2 that they wanted last season. And so that's why they took away the lip sync for the crown and brought it back to allow it to be more in the producer's hands and not purely based on who did better in the lip sync.
Because baby, you know who they wanted in that top 2 last year. You know who they wanted.
Oh yeah, obviously.
And that wheel killed them. I'm like, I don't know why y'all put it on a wheel anyway. I don't know why you did. You should have just had a random box with only this person's name in it that you wanted them to pull. Like, if you really like, but okay. But yeah, I agree with you. I agree that would have been better. But Kiana, Maxi, they are lip syncing for the crown, y'all. Now, I don't know how I felt about the song for the lip sync, but I like the song itself. I was like, oh, this is a good song. It's a nice song. I think I would love the vocals was like, yes, ma'am.
And I mean, Angeline Quinto and Regine Velasquez, people we've heard in lip sync songs a lot on Drag Race Philippines, both of which are incredible,
incredible
songstresses. So
yes, I'm like, yes, sing out your souls. Like, that's what I would love to hear. But I don't know if this is the song I would want them to lip sync to in a finale. If that makes sense.
I don't mind it for a finale lip sync. The only kind of weird thing about the song was that it was a duet, and it felt like each of the queens were kind of expected to do a different person's vocals.
And they both chose the top vocal.
Well, no, you could tell that Kiana was doing a lot of the secondary vocals too. So unless I watched something different, but it sure looked like
I just saw they were all singing the top part.
Yes, if there was only one person singing, they would do that. But if there were 2 people singing like at the same time, but not the same
I thought they
lyrics,
both did the top part. But that's just me. Maybe I missed it. I could have missed it. I felt like they were both doing the same part the whole time.
Okay. I thought that Kiana was doing the more alto voice and Maxi was doing the more soprano voice.
And I cannot add any clarity because I watched this in a moving car. So, but I thought a lot of this lip sync was good. I thought they both performed really well. I had an issue with the stunt they pulled at the end.
Oh.
I had an issue with the stunt they pulled at the end.
What's
Who, Maxie and Angel?
Maxie pulling Angel on stage,
Oh.
crowning Angel, and then specifically the part that bothered me the most was Angel walking right into Kiana, bumping her, and walking off stage. For me, no. I found that honestly wildly disrespectful. Less on Maxie's part, even though I understand your sister is in this competition. I understand you wanted to be top 2 together. I get that without a shadow of a doubt. The fact of the matter is, you're not top 2 together. This is Maxie's moment just as much as it is Kiana's moment. And I feel like the combination of what both of them did took away from Kiana's moment. And I found it wildly disrespectful to Kiana. And that's just me. Y'all can say what you want in the comments, and I would like to hear some other opinions personally. But I just found it really, really disrespectful. And so unfortunately, that might be the lasting impression that I have of Angel, and I don't like that because I really like Angel. But I was just it really, really rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know if y'all feel similarly, but that's just how I feel.
I don't feel as passionate about it as you do. I felt her coming on the stage and doing all of that was a little distasteful, but I didn't think it was disrespectful. And I wasn't like, oh, I'm so mad at this. I felt like it was a good moment if she would have stayed over there with Maxie and they had their moment over there off to the side together.
Wouldn't have minded.
That would have been cute. But when she did go walk in front of Kiana and stood there and then walked, I didn't see her bump her, but I saw her walk, behind her.
She walked right into her arm as she held her final pose.
Right. I didn't see all that. I just saw her walk back and I was just like, okay, you're making it about you when it's not about you. That was my only issue. I was like, this isn't about you, Angel. You are eliminated. You lost. This isn't about you. And so I think her taking that moment did distract from the moment where it should have been about Maxie and Kiana. But the fact that Maxie brought her on stage, that's Maxie's fault for bringing her on stage. Yep. You know your sister, you know your folks. I know my sisters, and I know if I brought one of them on stage, they go act a fool because that's what we do. And because that's how, maybe not my older sister, maybe not Nisha, but if she brought me on stage, I'm gonna take my moment. I'm gonna be like, hey, Emma,
of course,
I'm gonna do it because that's just me. I don't know. I don't think it was super disrespectful. It was just a little distasteful for me. But I thought the moment where they were off to the side and he handed her the crown and she put the crown, had the crown. That was so sweet. Loved it. I thought that was where it was going to stay. Well, Angel was handing Max the crown, like you winning. Here's your crown. Da da da. But then when she brought it on stage, and I was like, okay, they're having that moment. That was cute. But it was the walking and then taking it, and the judge. I do think it distracted away from Kiana and Maxie. But I thought it was a cute moment at first, but it turned into more afterwards. But that's me.
Yeah, I have an opinion on it too, and hopefully, you all can be open-minded about what I have to say, because I see where you're coming from. I actually thought it was really cute when she brought her on the stage and crowned her, because it was like, oh, once again, I'm just seeing sisterly love. Yes. And that's been such a big part of their story. So I found that to be really cool. And Maxie's like, if I'm having this moment, I'm going to share it with you, Angel. I love that. But I think Angel was being very respectful and not wanting to stay on the stage with them. She wanted to get off and let them have their moment. And guess what? That's a pretty tall step. And she's dressed up very nice in a gown. She can't just hop off the stage. That takes a lot of effort. So the only way to easily get off is to go to the back of the stage and get down that way. And when she started heading that way, Kiana was still in her final pose, which was with her arms stretched out completely on either side, which meant there was no choice. There was no way to get around her without Kiana either putting her hands down or just kind of having to slide past her. So that's what I saw Angel doing. She was trying to get past her. Kiana didn't put down her arms, so she had to kind of force her way around there. So I don't know what else she could have done except stay on the stage or attempted to jump off.
You know what she
But
could
I
have
see
did?
where you all are coming from too.
You know what she could have did? She could have took that back way, like walked around the other way, just completely
No,
walked
but there wasn't a
around.
back way because it's
No, it was because she went to the middle of the stage. Kiana was in the middle of the stage with her hands out like this. All she had to do was go back towards the side stage and just walk around. Just go around. She walked right in front of her and then slid past
Isn't
and
it a
bumped her.
narrow pathway though, or am I misremembering?
No,
what the stage
it's
looks
still
like?
a way that she could have got because where Maxie was standing, she could have walked that way and it would have been behind.
She could have just gone right behind Maxie,
right behind
not even
Maxie,
been anywhere
and it would have
near
been behind
I
Kiana.
must be misremembering what the stage looks like because I think there's
It's a
the back
T-shape.
part. There's a big gap where it touches the ground, and then there's a path.
Well, it's
that
not
goes
even
up here.
it's not even T-shaped. It's a full square. It's just
Is
part
it?
of it is
Okay.
black.
Well, then
Yeah.
I guess I'm
There's
wrong.
also
'cause I thought it was
There's also
T-shaped.
stairs on the left side of the stage. That's how she got on stage.
Yeah, she walked up the stairs.
There are stairs.
Okay,
You
so
just
then
still
maybe
walk
I was
down the
giving her
the
too
same
much
stairs
credit.
back to your like it.
But I don't think she was trying to be a bitch to Kiana. I don't think
I
she
don't
was
think she
trying
was
to
trying to
take
be.
away her
I don't
moment.
think she was trying to be a bitch either. I just think it was distasteful, and she took that moment when she didn't need to take it because she already had her moment when she got eliminated. I think she was taking extra moment because even the judge was like, "This bitch, she always to the end, to the very end. She couldn't even always like they knew she was taking a moment that she didn't need to take." Do I think it? And maybe she thought the moment was cute and it was funny, and that's fine. I, as an audience member watching, was like, it's not your moment. You didn't need to take that away from the two people whose moment it was. And especially when Kiana was in a position, in a pose of her finish, and she wasn't moving. Because that was supposed to be her, her grand hurrah. And you just walked right in front of her and then bumped her. It was or whatever. I didn't see the bump, but I don't know. A little bit, but
Can we talk about the actual lip sync though? Because I
Slashed
definitely
the
had a
tip of
clear winner for that.
I thought the lip sync itself was decent.
Yeah.
Good. It was good.
I thought it was very good. But for me, the standout who I could not keep my eyes off of, much to my surprise, was Maxie. I thought Maxie killed it. I like the way she lip synced. I absolutely would have believed she was singing it. And I think Kiana did really well. I think she was kind of overselling it with the lip quivers at times. And that's a drag queen habit. Like a lot of queens when they lip sync, they kind of overdo it with the lips. Right. So I just felt like Maxie felt a lot more natural and you could just see so much passion from her. So I really enjoyed her in this lip sync. And if there was any question for me before this lip sync, that was taken away. And I was like, oh yeah, Maxie's getting this win.
That's because Maxie is a natural singer and she just sang. What she did was she just sang along, and that is, for me, I love somebody who naturally looks like like you said, they can look like they're just singing with the track. Like you would not be able to pay me to think that wasn't her singing this song. She looked like she was doing every run, every up and every down and every note inflection. She looked like she was doing every single thing. And that's because she probably was singing. She was probably singing right along with it, because it's hard. For me, I would say for me, singing and lip syncing is so hard to do because I can't lip sync because I feel like it doesn't feel natural to lip sync because I know I can actually sing the part. So when somebody say lip sync a song, it's like, oh, I'm just gonna sing it in my head and just sing. Just don't have a microphone in front of me. Nobody know I'm singing or not singing. So it's like, okay, I'm just singing. And it looked natural. You wouldn't be able to tell me that Maxie wasn't singing that song. And I do agree with you. I think Maxie sold it so much better, so naturally. And Kiana was given the over exaggerated lips, the quivers, and then I think she got a little like she need that desperation, David, that you talk about when it gets towards the end of lip syncs, where it's like, oh, I got to do something, I have to pull out something, and it felt that way towards the end, but it was still good. It was still good.
I think it was solid. Like I For me, there wasn't one performance that really, really outdid the other. I think Maxi won by a margin, but I don't think either of them really, completely outdid the others.
It was good. But in the end, it was what it was. We had a great lip sync, a good lip sync for some, but in the end, the winner was crowned, and we got a winner, y'all. Congratulations to Maxi. She is our winner. You're a winner, baby. I'll take that down, not to hide Logan. But you're a winner. You're a winner. That's okay. I took it down. You're fine. You're a winner, Maxi. Congratulations to you.
Yay.
I'm very happy for Maxi.
I'm very happy for Maxi too.
Yeah, I think she came in here with so many eyes on her, such high expectations because she was such a fan favorite from Queen of the Universe. And I really think she stepped up to the plate and delivered and showed talents that we didn't know she had. So very impressed with her. I think she's I would say she's my favorite winner of Drag Race Philippines. And I think all three of the winners are very talented, so that says a lot. But yeah, I think she absolutely deserved this win.
Agreed. I think she did what needed to be done throughout this season. She gave good performances. She showed some sides of her that, like you said, we did not expect from her. And I appreciated her. I think she came in with a purpose and with a plan, and she succeeded in her plan. So congratulations to you, Maxi.
Yes, God.
Work and work. So I guess all we have left to do is our final draft update for the season. David, that would be you when you finally pull it up. I'm stalling for David.
Thank you. I never have it up and ready. So yes, the draft has ended, and we had River in 6th place, Brandon in 5th place, and we did have a switch. Logan dropped to 4th place, actually. Lana, you bumped up to 3rd place.
Woohoo!
So Eve finishes in 2nd place, and the winner of this draft is me. So cool.
The winner. Look, you win the draft. I picked the winner.
We both
picked the winner.
Yes.
And I picked our Tita baby, so I'm the winner.
I picked Maxi first, so I win. I should get extra points for that. No, I'm just kidding. I just kid.
No.
But yeah, congratulations, David, picking the winners in your draft. But that is it, y'all. We did it. We made it through another season of Philippines, and I'm quite sad that Philippines is over because it was really a good season. Yeah. Quite sad. But no need to fear, because we were reminded very quickly at the end of this episode, Thailand is coming soon. Like next week. Like next.
So, like literally next week we will be talking about Drag Race Thailand.
We're talking about Thailand. So don't worry. We have more great Asian excellence coming your way in drag. So we are not done yet, but we thank you so much for joining us. We will be right back because we're going to do Look Over Here. So if you want to get all of our thoughts and scores and everything on the looks, because there's a lot of looks, but we're going to talk about them all, and we'll give you all of our thoughts. So stay tuned for that. But hit the subscribe button here on the channel. Subscribe to this channel and all of our channels. Our audio podcast links will be down in the description below as well, and our Patreon. So you can join our Patreon and get early access to all of our Look Over Here's, including the one we're about to do, and all the others, and some exclusive content across all 4 of our channels is on the way. And follow us on our socials at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. You can follow us, the 3 of us, on our socials if you want, and get your cup mug and all of your cup merch, period. We're gonna get out of here. So cheers, y'all. Bye.
Cheers.
Woo.